Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Zach the Brat, and you're listening to Zach the Brat's Blah Blah Blah. Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 2 of Zach the Brat's Blah Blah Blah. It's out there. It's here. Everyone knows the name and everything. And honestly, here we are with episode 2. Pinch me, pinch me. How is everyone doing this morning, this evening, this afternoon, this Christmas day, whatever day you're listening to? Now, let's get spicy. We've done our greetings, salutations, hellos and goodbyes on the first episode. So we're going to have a little spicy episode this week.
Why is it spicy?
Yes, we are. We are going to be bringing you the tea. Oh, the kettle is on. Yes, it is. The kettle is piping hot. The popcorn buckets are filled. We are going to be bringing you this week hate comments. Yes, we love a hate comment. We love a hate thread. Now, if some of you aren't familiar, I am on an app called TikTok. Yes, that's where I was first found by the nation. I'm on TikTok. It's at the Brat. You can follow me there. I cause a little bit of carnage, cause a little bit of chaos, keep it spicy. You know, we like the spice every now and then. It keeps everyone on their toes. Yeah, it keeps them on their toes. Now, with social media and having a presence on social media, you kind of open yourself up to critiques, opinions, cunts. Yes, for you snowflakes out there who don't like the C word, I do apologise. When I first started social media, I didn't have if you had told me some of the hate that you get, I probably would have cried and run away. But over time, you kind of get used to it. And some of the stuff that you read about yourself online is ridiculous. Like, it is absolute bullshit. You would... Like, I'm going to go through on this episode and just read you some of the stuff that I have found, whether it be on Reddit, Tattle, Comment Caf, or whatever other message board some jobless dickhead with tobacco stains on their fingers, stinking like a pint of fucking Stella Artois. Let's get on with it. Yes. Right. So first, we're going to go to a website called Tattle. Now, Tattle is the place where, how can I describe Tattle? How could I describe Tattle? Think like Wayne and Waynetta Slob from the Harry Enfield days, you know, bit of Vicky Pollard. You know, these are, I like to, well, I assume they're jobless that get triggered by the most smallest stuff. Like, I don't understand where these people come from, legit. So we'll start off with Tattle, shall we? Here we have, there was a rave thread, which basically is like a message board where people can go air their opinions on creators or any other people with an online presence. So I had a rave thread, and this user said, well-deserved rave thread for Zach the Brat. Oh, it was starting off so well, wasn't it? Hello, honey. Yes, we'll have all the rave threads. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Well-deserved. Yeah. Anyway, it went horribly wrong very quickly. And then the other user, I've been really enjoying his lives. He hits the right note with it, funny, gossipy, and aware of the issues. He seemed to come past the negativity. Hopefully he can keep it up. It's one of the only lives I go into to genuinely enjoy it and not just for snark purposes. So listen, I've got them on side. They love me. They think I'm all right. You know, I'm like buzzing. This is back in December. Anyway, everyone was like, yeah, love him, great, love him. And then this motherfucker put, I do like watching Zach, but people mustn't forget that he raised money for charity and then used it to pay his rent. He's also been to prison.
Yeah, double homicide.
So he's not angelic at all. I prefer to call him Zach the Prat. Like, one, can I just say, gossip. I have never in my life stolen or raised money for charity and spent it on myself. There was an issue when there's a thing called the leaderboard on TikTok. And I said it, I used to help people before I popped off on TikTok. And I was like, I'm going to do the leaderboard, give some to charity, keep some for myself. And then I got banned and it never came to fruition. It never happened because I got banned and just never bothered again. You know, so in that time and in that moment, no, there was nothing to give or take. Do you understand? But it just goes to show the fishwife mentality of social media and these people behind these screens, you know? And yeah, I've gone to prison. In regards to the prison story, I didn't go to prison for what's the word? A terrible crime. I got set upon at a cash machine by a couple of lads coming out of a gay bar, and they were throwing homophobic slurs at me. Anyway, I'm getting cash out and they've punched me in the back of the head, nearly knocked me out. I've fallen to the floor. They start punching me. I get the better of them and I beat a couple of them up. It was self-defense. I was the victim of a hate crime. Anyway, I got probation and I refused to do it because I was the victim. Anyway, they breached me and I ended up having to serve time in prison. But listen, there is a story behind everything. Anyway, the next user got wind of that comment. Oh, really? I've never come across him before until the Diadro stuff, which is another TikToker who's, oh my God, they got shady boots passed. They've got shady past the boots. Yes, they have. Anyway, this other user, oh, this is, honestly, these whole threads are ridiculous. Oh, prison. Can you tell us more? I'm watching him in the background in the day and he's quite entertaining. I hate the battles and the begging, but one difference, he does tell everyone to give responsibly. Also, he blocks any sign of a child. Like, it's going good. Like, this is all switched in a day. These posts were all posted on the same day. Honestly, guys, do not believe everything you hear about people. Like, I encourage people to make their own mind up on situations. You know, at least get all the facts right before you start. Like, these people, I swear, have no life. And then it goes down. Anyway, somebody was heartbroken that all this was going on because they thought I was a massive ass charity scammer. Another user, these are so funny. Another user, I love Zach, but do you think he bullshits a lot? Like, why would I lie?
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
Why would I lie? What have I got to prove?
Stop fucking lying.
To you? To my audience? Like, what's the point in lying? Do you know what? Like, and then the same user, like, they're very few and far between on the comments. They leave it like a couple of weeks and then they get the ump with me. I do something. Anyone watching Zach, I reckon he's on something, doesn't seem right. Like, I haven't done drugs in a hot minute. I am fully clean, thank you very much. I have put my demons in the closet. I have sorted myself out and dusted myself down. I was probably in a bad mood, bitch. Are you human? Have you ever had a bad day? No. Listen. Do you know what I mean? Honestly, some of these people, I cannot. Do you know how hard it is? Do you know how hard it is for people? Think it's the eyes and playing with his nose, etc. I know he smokes the weed, but just seems different. Right. I will address these claims. I get my nose hair waxed and sometimes it comes out the edge of my nose. I know. Call me Rapunzel. However, see, it's there now. I'm pulling one out now as I'm talking to you guys and it fucking hurts. And I'm quite a fidgety person. I've got ADHD. Why do people always assume the worst? Why do they always assume the worst? Like, I'll have an itchy nose. Oh, he's on the packet. Oh, smackhead. That's it. Smackhead. No, I know a smackhead when I see one. I'm like, what? Sorry? Me? Are you mad? One, I'm too fat to be a smackhead. Do you know what I mean? And two, I can't afford it. Do you know what I'm saying? Honestly, this has to be one of my funniest episodes because reading these absolutely makes me cry. And then another user, he was on late in the morning today saying he'd not had a good start to the day. So maybe something going on in his life off TikTok, but he certainly isn't his usual quick-witted self. Like the conspiracies. These people are so invested, aren't they? Like, the conspiracy of it all. Like, I'm probably just in a bad mood, or I've probably just woken up late, and there's all these conspiracy theories and assumptions. Like, I'm literally just a normal lad that enjoys creating content that just works at his own pace. Like, you wait till they hear what they say about the podcast in like a couple of threads down. Fucking hell, impatient motherfucker. Honestly. Here's another one. So one of the users asked, what does he work as? Second user says, now, laugh out loud. I think he's trying to do a podcast and he keeps on about other projects like he thinks he's destined for big things. I reckon he's in front of the computer a lot. Not long ago when Evil Queen split up with Bradley, she outed that Zach had some boyfriend problems. Don't think he really mentioned it. Don't think he really mentioned that, but then one night he was supposed to be on a date night and just ended up on live. My boyfriend was working a night shift, bitch. Plans change. Plans change. And here's the podcast now, motherfuckers. Yeah? Honestly, I want these people in front of me so I can be like, hey, what's your beef? What is your beef? Ragu? Like, honestly, chill out. And do you know what, guys? When you have trolls and you read this kind of stuff about yourself, as long as you like believe in yourself, like dream as big as you fucking want. If you want to win a Grammy, if you want to win a BAFTA, I do. If you want to win a fucking Pride of Britain award, there is nothing you can't achieve, because if people have achieved it before, there's no reason why you can't if you work hard enough and put the time in. Like, I would rather do this and have people bitching about me on gossip threads than being the person doing the bitching on the gossip threads. Do you know what I'm saying? I would rather be working on myself than spending hours watching someone enough that I've got a negative opinion on them, that I keep going back for more just so I can bitch some more. There's like a deep-rooted unhappiness there. It's all about your mindset and how you handle negativity online as well. Because if you think about it, if you've got time to go to a website, scroll and read negative stuff about others and invest in that sort of stuff, then what's that telling you about a person? Because this is just my thread. There's a whole load of other threads with other creators that all the same users are in. You know, they're just very hateful people. Like, I don't understand their psyche. So I kind of, it does, as much as they'd like to think that it affects you or want it to affect you, it doesn't. Like, I take negatives and turn them into a positive. So I was reading these, I was like, that would be a great podcast episode. These are fucking hilarious. Like, the audacity, nerve, gall, gumption of these people. Like, it's hilarious. And then they'll go to, you know, pander their egos. Oh, he made a full podcast episode about it. He's affected. No, you are comedic. You are comedic people. Like, I'm laughing at you. This is hilarious. Like, the fact that people are taking their time out of their life to be so affected by something you're working hard to do, you know? Anyway, next comment. Well, I like this one, actually. This one's pretty, you know, this one's a nice comment. I like these kinds of people. Like, there's been a couple of comments that I've read about myself, and I read the comments, and do you know why I read the comments? Because one, I can make content out of them if they are that ridiculous, or two, I could maybe learn something from them, because like in that context of haters are your motivators, that's kind of true, because there's been some comments that I've taken, I'm like, oh, actually, yeah, no, I could do better, because it's all about working on yourself and self-growth, you know? So I never take anything as a negative. I always see what I can take from the negative and turn it into a positive. Yeah, call me Gandhi. Absolutely inspirational. No, I'm joking. Right. So this comment, it was like, obviously I've got ADHD. And this comment was like, I've got ADHD diagnosed and people expect me to be hyper and full of energy all the time. So when I'm feeling a bit off, it can come across as strange to some people and they don't know how to react. Hopefully he'll be back on form soon. Well, do you know what? I'm going to give that user a shout out. You're unbelievable. Unbelievable. We love you. Thank you for actually being an adult and looking at the bigger picture. These are my type of people, you know, that don't just look straight at negative. They look at the bigger picture and everything surrounding them. Maybe it might be that or might be that. No, drugs, smackhead, no. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Oh, here we go. Another user. His face looks different. I have a feeling it's the filter. Otherwise, he's been crying or on the green or tired. Maybe that's all me. I need my bed. Yeah, you do. You need to go to bed. You need to go to bed, have a vodka, and just wake up in a couple of days and do us all a favour and shut the fuck up. Do you know what I mean? Some of these people could be police officers. Oh, we've got another one. Cindy Lou. I'll give you a special mention, you little rat. Right, Cindy Lou. Back in February. I love Zach and watch him most days, but some things that he says gets my bullshit radar going. Apparently, he's met loads of famous people. Beyonce 3 times, Sandra Bullock and others that he's mentioned. I've never seen photographic evidence of this. Has anyone? This whole writing documentaries makes me feel like he's just trying to make it sound like his days are busy with something, as he doesn't want to say that he actually spends them either on live or in front of the TV. He reminds me of a child who comes home from school with made-up stories to make it sound like they've been living their best life. Anyone else? Well, it's funny you said that. As a kid, if you go back to episode 1 on my podcast that I create when I'm not on a live stream, I actually used to bullshit when I was a kid. It was a thing where you you create, I said it in the first episode, that when you've struggled with an identity, when you've been in care or you've had so much taken from you, you become like a different persona. So obviously not now, but as a kid, I was that kid that used to come home and tell tall tales to absolutely fit in. I mean, now it's a completely different story. I fucking hate liars. But yeah, Sandra Bullock, I can pull up receipts. Just come into my live stream and ask me. Absolutely. I've got receipts for everything.
Receipts, proof, timeline, screenshots, everything.
Oh, so this was when they were triggered by the podcast. I'm one of those people, I get excited about stuff. And I'm like, I want to do this, I want to do that. If I put it out there, I'm speaking it into existence. And if I say I'm going to do something, I'll do it. Like, we're here now, you're listening, you know. So this was one. Definitely a Walter Mitty type character. Keeps on saying about starting a podcast. It's actually not that difficult to start one. Yep, like today he gave a clue as to who his first guests are going to be, but has to wait till they come over from America so he can have them on his podcast. There's such thing as voice calls and video chats, so they can be on it. What's with all this, oh, they got to be over here? Listen, I'm the creator. A king moves at his own pace. If I want to do stuff my way, I'll do that stuff my way. Why are you not so interested? You hate me, bitches. And you'll probably listen to this as well, you mugs. Yeah, you quiver in your chair with your cold cups of coffee, you losers. Do you know what I mean, though, guys? Like, come on now. If you, like, it's hard work. You've got to put stuff together, you know? You've got to write your formula. You've got to write ideas, mood boards, make sure everything's perfect, schedules, etc. It's not an easy task. And sound engineering has never been one of my things. And I'm a perfectionist where I don't just want to put out any old shit, you know? I don't just want to put out any old shit. I take my time with stuff. I want to create something that I'm proud of. And if people don't like it, I'm not bothered as long as I'm proud of it or the people that support me are proud of it. These naysayers, no, they're my content. Do you know what I mean? They're giving me content with their negative shit. So I'm thriving. I'm living my life. Absolutely. Thank you. Cheers, crowd. Yeah. You live that best life, ZDB. Yes. That's enough. Thank you. Calm down. Calm down. This one absolutely made me howl. So when I'm live streaming on TikTok, make sure you follow me, Zach the Brat. When I'm live streaming on TikTok, we read these out because they are so funny and they are full of shit. That's why I read them out. So Gossip Girl says, never been on his thread, but he's reading his tattle page on live. He wants to draw people's attention to here. Rolly eyes emoji. Do you know why I want to bring attention to this page? Because it's a load of shit. If I had anything to hide, do you think I'm going to bring attention to it? Morons, fools, all of you. Honestly, some of these people, thick as shit. I'm telling you, thick as shit. This one. See, these people take so much stuff literal. So one time I did a giveaway on my social media platform for my followers. And I got some bits and pieces. I like to do giveaways for my followers because these people are the reason I'm doing what I'm doing today. And I wouldn't be able to have a podcast. I wouldn't have all my nice equipment if it wasn't for the people who support me and follow me, whether it's tapping the screen during a live stream, whether it's just a comment on it, like everything collectively is such a audience effort, you know, because it gets you out there on the algorithm and stuff. Anyway, this comment, he's unpacking giveaway boxes to people. It's full of tat. And he said it's beneath him to be doing this. He also said he has 3 PAs. Honestly, he thinks he's something. Like, I cannot say boo to a goose without people calling animal cruelty. Did you hear him shout boo to a goose? I remember that live and I was sat there packing the stuff. I was like, oh, I can't be asked to do this. What is this? Like, it's theatrics, you gimps. It literally is theatrics. You know, I'm like, oh, I need 3 PA. They take it so seriously. Honestly, you lot, can you like go and get a good old You need a good old That's what you need. You need a partner. You need some like... I'm worried. If any of you are parents that are writing this shit, like, are you all right? Honestly, they just want to have a reason to dislike you, you know? He doesn't know what he's doing. Screeches and slurps his coffee into that mic. Like, have a bit of an awareness. Why do these people watch you? Like, why do they watch us? Do you know what I'm saying? I'm like, if I'm that annoying, don't fucking watch. Honestly, the Delulu is so true. Oh, this was another one. Harlow said, I think he's on the verge of having a mental breakdown. It's all a front. I totally agree. TikTok is so unhealthy, especially if your mental health is fragile. Have a break, Zach. No one wants to see you poorly. Lies. You would love to see me in the nut house, you fucking sociopaths. Do you know what I mean? Like, can you understand? Like, you're sitting there in a troll thread and you're going, no one wants to see you poorly. Yeah, mental health is tough. Oh my God, these lot are worse than your fucking Elphabas. They are worse than your Elphabas and your Eden Harveys. I'm sorry. I think so too. I hope you don't know. Maybe you should have a break. After you've spent the last 3 months cunting me off on a fucking message board, do you want me to have a break from my mental health? How about stop chatting shit? These humans really exist. Like, I will send them all to Switzerland and get them euthanized. Yes, euthanasia for tattle, absolutely. Honestly, I don't know how many more I can read. Like, they're not affecting me. I just want to knock them out. Like, I'm like, I think they're mentally unwell. Guys, if you're listening to this, please, support numbers pinned to my bio in my TikTok, thank you. I don't understand. I went on holiday with another creator to Tenerife this year. And here is one comment. I have never seen anything so boring in my life. He's not even on live. What's the point in going? Can't believe said creators always on live. So they're moaning about the creator I'm with being on a live stream throughout the whole holiday and then moaning that I'm not on live enough. Do you understand why I don't let these comments bother me? I would be so intrigued to see what these people look like. I don't get it. Like they all like, they're up each other's bumholes. It's such, I find the world and humans a very peculiar place sometimes because I just feel like, can you hear yourselves? Like, I'd love to know, like, obviously because not a lot of people get a peek behind the curtain to like the lives of people on social media. But I literally sit there and think, how are these people so invested? Like, I'm very open about my drug and alcohol problems in the past. I'm very open with my past. I'm very transparent. I'm a very transparent person. If you ask me any question, 9 times out of 10, I'll answer it, you know, as long as it's not like too deeply personal or something that like means something to me. But anything else, I will tell my story loud and proud. Like, I'm not ashamed of anything. But you get them just, they have such a small, narrow mind. You know, like, I've had problems with drink and drugs before, and I've worked through that problems to the point where I can now enjoy a drink, but not too much. So I'll go away, I'll have a drink, I'll get pissed like the rest of it. Oh, I thought you had a problem with drink. Like, people work through it, and it's quite hard to make people understand that. And in the beginning of social media, I'd try and prove my point as much as I could, and I'd be proving it to the wrong people, because these people are the type of people that just want to hate you for an excuse for hating you, or there's something that they're missing in their life that you have that they want. So that's an outlet for them to get that microaggression out, So I honestly could not fathom enough how much I couldn't give a shit. Like, and if anyone else is branching out onto social media, or there's someone that throws a bit of shade your way or doesn't like you, like, honestly, take it with a pinch of salt. Take that negativity, dissect it, and be like, what can I take from this? I.e., like I have. I read those. I laugh. I howl at them. Like, me and my boyfriend scroll through them together. And I'm like, have you seen this shit? And I'm like, they haven't got a clue. And the thing is, my friend told me, if your conscience is clear, you'll always be fine. And that is so true. Like, if I've got nothing to worry about, or they're not even anywhere near touching on facts, then why am I going to be bothered? So I'm just going to make a podcast episode and make everyone laugh. I'm going to read the ridiculousness, read them to filth, So it's all about your mindset and turning that negative into a positive. And you can take that and adapt it into your daily life, whether it's at work, in the office, or at uni, or whatever, wherever you are. And there's that one person or group of people that for some reason have a disdain for you. But at the same time, if you're not that much of a, I wouldn't worry about it. Turn it into a positive. So over on Reddit, I just popped into Zach's boring live to hear him ordering an alcoholic beverage. He seems to have been drinking and hungover since his arrival in Tenerife. However, I could have sworn the other day he admitted he doesn't drink alcohol because he had issues with alcohol. Listen, they don't listen to what you say on live streams, do they? Fucking hell. Anyone that's listening to this, and you've 9 times out of 10, you've probably been in my lives and heard it. Honestly, these nut jobs. Another user said, I cannot stand Zach. He cringes me out. And this is his efforts to ride on the coattails of DG and obviously meant to be evil queen. He is so fucking boring. Do you know what? I was on holiday and the whole live streaming out and about, I can't do it. I can do it for a couple of hours when I'm somewhere, but I can't be out and about, especially if I'm on holiday. I just want to relax. Like, I'm no one's bitch. If you want to watch me, wait until I'm on. If I'm not, you can't, this is what I mean about the internet. You can't win. You're either on for too long and manipulating your followers, or you're not on enough, you're boring. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, who are you meant to be satisfying? This is where people can become a people pleaser, Zach is the most boring beg. He thinks he's funny, but I get the worst secondhand embarrassment from him. But there is something about him and I can't put my finger on it. It ain't good. I know he's scammed loads of people before, hasn't he? I've never scammed anyone. Do you think I would fucking read these out and fucking constantly mention it if I did? Honestly, people run with anything. And do you know why they do that? Because it's a reason to hate you. They don't care if stuff is the truth. These people haven't got the intellect and neither have I, apparently. Is it dialect, intellect, intelligence? I haven't got the intelligence to actually put 2 and 2 together. Like, people will just hear something and they'll run with it. Like, I've been tarnished with this for so long, but real ones know now. And a lot of people know what's bullshit and what's not. But again, it's just a small minority of people, but they just want a reason not to like you. And that's their reason. Like, honestly, there's so many comments. There's so many, they're hard ones to choose the best ones. Like, I was just flitting through and reading those. Like, I am probably a troll's worst nightmare because, honestly, I don't give a fuck. And I think over time of doing social media for so long, you kind of become immune to it. You get like a thick skin. But even back then, like when I first started, I wasn't really that bothered, I think what's annoying is when something isn't true and people believe it, i.e. the charity scamming or scamming loads of people, because people could put up any any, say, like text message or anything, take it out of context and put it into their context. But you'll be hearing all about the juicy, loosey, goosey stuff very soon. Because, listen, I got some special guests up my sleeve for the next few episodes. We're only just getting into it, and I wanted to break you all in very gently. But yeah, like, you've just got to be, it's all about your mindset and how much you're comfortable in your own skin, how much your conscience is clear, how much you enjoy what you do. Because when you end up doing it for the people you genuinely love and they love you back and they support you, when you do it for them, nothing else on the outside matters. It's all fucking noise. And you know what? It's promo. It's promo, innit? At the end of the day, you're a topic of conversation, whereas they're the ones doing the talking. You're being spoke about, you know? There's many clowns in my story. Many clowns. Anyway, we've had a lovely short and sweet one this week, haven't we? I just wanted to address the hate comments. And if there was anyone out there struggling with it, don't. Because they're fucking losers, man. Like, you got to remember, it takes a certain type of person to sit there on various other threads, not even just about me, but about other creators, other bits and pieces where people are trying to do positive or do good. And there'll always be someone that will tear it down. Ignore the noise and focus on the show. I've been Zach the Brat. I love ya. See you next week.